welcome back to the channel and the first episode of The First Tree. Now I don't know much about the storyline other than it's a fox that's got to retrieve her missing cubs, but without further ado we're going to jump straight in. Okay, so it's a new game. Now what drew me to this video was the storyline that was said during the trailer.
Are you awake? I thought I heard you get up.
Yeah, I'm awake. Sorry, I just can't sleep.
Are you thinking about him?
Yeah, a bit. Usually get back to sleep, my love. I'm fine.
No, it's okay. What else is on your mind?
I don't know. It seems weird, but I had one of the most vivid dreams of my life. I saw a fox on a snowy mountain, just looking confused and worried. Those eyes. I can't get those eyes out of my head. She was running in the windy snow, looking for something.
Do you think it has to do with you and what's been going on?
I don't know. It was just a dream, Rachel. They're not meant to make sense. A lot's happened the past couple days, that's all.
Well, if you're not going to sleep anyway, you should tell me. I want to hear.
All right.
So, double jump to get over a log. And you can tell you're going on the right course because if you try to change direction it won't let you one way, but will let you another. So there's a nice story interlude to the intro to the video. Well, what's this? Dig.
So, not far from her home, she followed that path to something unexpected.
It's one of her cubs. Can I interact with it? No. Okay. We've got to keep going.
She couldn't stay, though. She had to find her other two children. So she took that path. She followed it towards something ancient. Something with answers. The fox looked high and low, searching for any sign of her cubs. Points of light showed the way to this ancient tree. It was as if each one had a story to tell, all their own. The land was trying to tell my story too. felt like I was right behind her the whole time.
Okay, so we've got to follow the points of light. It's lovely music. It's one of the things that drew me to doing this video in the first place, was the music. Some more over there. There's some over there too. Look. Try that again. It's a big bit of light, that is. I think that is.
Usually those kids would leave me alone, but somehow they could tell I was different.
It's a
They
tank.
made fun of how far away I lived. They called my dad a sourdough. I was a blabbermouth as a kid, telling my dad stories I made up for hours. But after that show and tell, I didn't tell him much anymore. He didn't know exactly what was wrong, but his best guess was that the toys he carved weren't cool enough. He carved me a tank and tried to tell me what it was like to be in a real tank as a serviceman.
I didn't know your dad was in the military.
Yeah, in the army. The sad thing is that I'd pretty much forgotten until just now. There's so much I still don't know about him.
I'm sorry. He knows how much you love him. You're going to see him again soon and have some closure, I'm sure.
So I wonder if the dream is like a metaphor for the way that a person's life is turning out. Oh, we can't go this way. Can we not? Not let me go further up the hill? No. Okay, where do we go? Ah, I can see some lights in the distance over there. This was just to discover the tank. piece of the storyline. Carved tank is what we dug up. And then we came across the real tank. And a story about his father being in the war. I think it was his father. Okay, we'll head over to here. See 3 dots on a rock over there. Oh! There's a ball. Okay. Something else to dig up over here, I believe. A lovely piece of music. What's this down here? Keep going up here.
The older I got, the more I withdrew. I asked myself, why talk to anybody anyway? Why bother when I'm happy by myself? I started drawing a lot, mostly animals I saw in the woods by my home. I then imagined designing my own hideouts with things like TVs and pantries full of chips and cookies. I think that idea of leaving home and drawing blueprints started my career. I found a lot of solace in that.
I'm not surprised, but I did the same thing, you know? There's something special about having a place to call your own.
And now look at us. Well, if you count renting in an overpriced city.
It's as close as we can get for now.
Okay, so he's talked about how he used to draw as a child and now he's an architect. And you saw a picture, it was a house and his family. What's this over here? Okay. Quite. Didn't quite make it. Over here too. Missed it. We'll go back to that one. Up we get. Oh! So close. I think the story reads the stars that you collect. Yes! Okay. There's another star up here. And then down there's something to dig up. Okay, let's go down.
Do you remember what my dad did for a living?
Wasn't he like a lumberjack?
That's one way of putting it. If wood was a canvas, then a carving knife was his paintbrush. Even after working a 50-hour week, even after his hands were more splinters than skin, he would bring home the nicest piece of Alaskan weeping cedar and make me toys. That wooden train was the first toy I can remember, and I loved it. I just knew from a young age I was going to be a lumberjack, like my father.
So the storyline so far is his dad used to be in the war, and then when he returned from the war, he made wooden carving toys for his child. There's another one. Okay, there's a rocket over here. Birds flying up in the sky. Very simple graphics, but very effective. Something else to dig up. See what this is.
As a kid, did you ever do show and tell in your class?
Yeah, I think I only did it once, when I was in the 4th grade. You know how my life was around then. I wanted to show my class what helped pass the time and distracted me, so I brought a dozen paper cranes I had made. I think I told everyone how badly I wanted to be a bird and fly, embarrassingly enough.
Don't be embarrassed. Every kid wants to fly. For me, it was another toy from my dad, a wooden boat. I remember guarding it so carefully in my hands as I walked into class. When I sat down, a group of boys immediately made fun of it. They asked which trash can I found it in, or why an ugly log was my favorite toy. When I got up, I didn't even want to tell them my dad had carved it. I said it was a joke gift my friend had given me.
Kids can be so cruel.
Some of them are. I shouldn't have let them get to me, but it did. It's amazing we bounced back at all.
So that was the wooden boat that was in his memories from his dad having carved it for him for his show and tell. I like the way the footprints of the fox are left in the snow as well. Just a little bit of detail there. Oh no. Another fox cub. Have we done complete full circle? May have done. Yeah. There's the den. this time. I've got a funny feeling that we may have go back the way we just came. Such a big open world. Okay, so rather than detour off to all the places we went to last time, I think we'll keep straight this time. Where the sunlight comes through those trees. The music does really complement it. Okay, there's a light ahead of us, so let's head for that. Going past that roundabout again. Hopefully we can find which way to go. This looks like it's not going to let us go up the top of this hill. So that's the train we dug up. Ah, there, look. I think we're on the right course now.